Now we're going to get started on changing out this rear main seal. It's always, since I've had it, about a year since I've had it, it has leaked oil back here. So you can see right here all the oil. So I'm guessing the rear main seal is gone because it's always dripped down. So we're gonna, while we're doing all this, we'll go ahead and change out this rear main seal and check all of that on the backside of the motor. But to do that, you gotta get quite a bit of stuff off here. So we're looking at, we gotta take the exhaust off, and we gotta take the starter off and get some pipes out of the way. We got to take the transfer case loose from the transmission, because it looks like if you don't take the transfer case off, right here is a permanent bar for the vehicle, and when I pull the transmission back, the transfer case output is going to hit it. So transfer case looks like it's got to come off, and then we got to take the drive shaft off, and we got to take the little drive shaft off that goes to the front wheel drive off the transfer case. And that looks like it. So we'll get started on this. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the exhaust, get everything sprayed down, and then I'll start taking these drive shafts out. All right, so we're going to start by taking the oxygen sensor off. So the connector sits up on top of the frame rail right there on the passenger side, which is a pain in the butt because this little thing right here is stuck. It sits like up inside like that, and you got to wiggle, 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 and try to get that down. Now we got to try to get the connector loose. There we go. So now we got the connector loose. So now the wire just pull away. And there we go. All of that work just to take it freaking connector loose. But we had to get the wire loose because we got to spin it around. So let's set back up in here, and we'll attempt to get that oxygen sensor off. Okay, so we're back with a cheater bar. We're going to put a cheater bar on that and see if we can't get us a little bit of strength to break that free. Make sure it's on the bolt. Tight places on these GMs. Let's see. Well, either broke it or it came loose. We don't know yet. Oh, man, it come loose. And out comes the oxygen sensor. All right, so now if we look up in there, you can see we got access to the bolts. You can see up in there, there's one bolt on this side, one over here, and one hiding around the bottom. So we'll take those loose. This is where some long extensions come in handy. Alright, so we got to do the very same thing over here. Right, got to take this oxygen sensor loose. When we don't have to take the oxygen sensor loose, we just have to take the connector loose. So the connector's hiding right up here. So it's hiding right there, up behind it. So what I may do is at this point, if you didn't have the front differential off up here, you would have to take the little drive shaft loose right here from the front, and then might have to take this bar off in order to let it drop down, but you got to slide the drive shaft that way. And so what I got to do on this end is right up here, you can see right here is the coupling, and so I got to take that drive shaft loose from the case right there. So this one's already got a zip tie on it right there, so I'm just going to cut that zip tie off. I'll just take a screwdriver and punch it zip tie. There we go. And that little rubber booty will slide off, and I'll pull this shaft out. Yep. Now we got the boot pulled back a little bit. Now we can get the boot off of its little seal. It holds on pretty good too. Rotate it around. Let's see if I can work it. Seal off there. All right. As the boot is clipped on the other side, so what I'll do is just place a mark on the boot right here, and then I'm going to mark that shaft. That way all I got to do is line the boot back up to the position of the shaft. All right, so let's grab us something soft because we don't want to mess up our splines. So we're going to use just a blue jean. Piece of blue jean, so we just have to slip this drive shaft out. See it slowly coming out. I don't want it to fall out and thump on something, so just have the blue jeans right there on top of that cross member. That way when it comes out, it lands on the blue jeans. All right, so now we got him out of there. You just have to fiddle your way about getting that down and out. All right, so now we should have enough room that we can easily get up in there and get to this connector right up there. Gotta be able to see it. Get the light on. There you go. Right there. It's got another little green thing that clips onto it. Right there. So we're going to take him loose. There, you got to pull the green thing out. That one came out pretty easy. And then pull the clip off. And then you got to unhook him from his harness. There, now we got our little oxygen sensor down. So at this point, we can go ahead and take that last bolt off the front up here. And we'll have the exhaust completely loose in the front. Alright, so we got to work our way to the back. Now, over here, now we got to get this one loose. We just got to slip this thing forward. It should plop right up. We went flange. Almost hit me in the head. There we go. Now we got our oxygen sensors all disconnected, all four. All right, so we got our transmission jack underneath here to hold our transmission up. Now we can take this frame member out. So, sure we can get on it. Now, we just got to get everything lined up. I'm going to take the little handles off the jack because I think they're in the way. All right. Now, wiggle everything around sideways and drop this exhaust. There. Now we got our exhaust out of our way. Things are getting clearer. All right. So, with all that out of the way, now we're looking a little better up here. Now we just got the back drive line. Got to come out. Front and back. We'll pull that out of the transfer case. And the transfer case comes off. And then we can start in on disconnecting the transmission. So we'll get set up again, take some of this off so we can get the bolts to the transfer case, turn around and take the drive shaft off, and we'll be another step further.